Have you ever considered that your wholesome bowl of porridge might be quietly damaging you? Indeed, what's frequently praised as the ideal morning meal, rich in fiber and cardiovascular advantages, can become harmful if you're committing a few typical errors, particularly past 60. From incorrect storage to risky preparation methods, these missteps could subtly heighten your chances of swelling, poisoning, and even malignancy. These blunders could silently elevate your risk of irritation, toxicity, and even cancer. You're striving to make wise decisions for your well-being, but without proper understanding, your daily ritual could be undermining you. View this presentation to the end to reveal the 4 vital oversights you must dodge to ensure your porridge remains safe, wholesome, and genuinely valuable. A minor adjustment can shield not only your morning meal but also your overall vitality. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you could assist me in sharing the wisdom of aging by enjoying this presentation. If you haven't joined yet, I suggest you join and activate the notifications so you won't miss any updates. If you enjoy this presentation, please write number 1 below. If you dislike it, please write 0 to let me know, and I'll create a better presentation for you. Now let's dive in. Mistake number 1, warming up leftover porridge. Many folks see warming up leftover porridge as a handy, safe habit. After all, porridge is a basic dish, usually crafted with nutritious components like grains, water, and maybe a dash of milk or a bit of sweetener. It's easy to assume that warming it up poses no significant threat. Yet, this frequent practice can have unforeseen effects on your wellness, especially when the porridge has been kept improperly. Warming porridge, particularly when it's been left at room temperature or sitting in the fridge too long, can result in the creation of damaging substances that foster irritation, oxidative strain, and stomach unease. In extreme or repeated instances, these impacts may lead to cell harm, possibly raising the risk of persistent health problems over time. When porridge is left at ambient temperature or stored in the refrigerator for prolonged periods, mainly if it includes perishable elements like milk, cream, or sweetener, it becomes a prime breeding ground for germs and other microbes. These conditions also hasten oxidation, a chemical reaction that lowers the food's quality. Warming this affected porridge, particularly in a powerful microwave, can worsen the issue by changing its molecular makeup. One primary concern is the formation of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which are harmful particles that arise when proteins or lipids combine with sugars under intense heat. AGEs are infamous for sparking irritation, speeding up aging, and contributing to chronic ailments like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and even mental decline. For older individuals whose systems are less effective at handling irritation and oxidative strain, regularly eating warmed porridge can act like a slow-flickering ember, quietly increasing health dangers. Think of Walter, a 76-year-old retiree who took pride in his thrifty and health-aware routines. Living solo, Walter would make a big batch of porridge every Monday, keeping it in the fridge to warm up each morning in the microwave. He thought this habit saved time, funds, and effort while still offering a nutritious beginning to his day. Over time, though, Walter started facing ongoing digestive troubles, including bloating, stomach unease, and unexplained tiredness. Despite several doctor visits and tests, the reason remained unclear until a thorough talk with his doctor uncovered his porridge warming routine. By switching to making fresh single-serving batches of porridge and avoiding warming leftovers, Walter saw a gradual yet notable improvement in his symptoms. His energy stabilized, and his digestive unease diminished, highlighting the impact of this seemingly small dietary misstep. To safeguard your wellness while still savoring porridge, adopt more thoughtful preparation and storage practices. The key is to reduce the risks linked to germ growth and chemical alterations. Prepare only what you'll consume in one sitting to avoid leftovers entirely. If you must store porridge, move it to a sealed container and chill it immediately to curb germ growth and oxidation. When warming, choose gentle heating on the stovetop over a low flame rather than using a microwave, which can unevenly overheat the meal and encourage AGE formation. Even better, consider bypassing warming entirely by adopting cold preparation methods like overnight grains. Soaking grains in milk or yogurt in the fridge overnight not only removes the need for warming but also boosts digestibility and maintains the nutritional value of the dish. By making these minor tweaks, You can protect your body from hidden poisons, support healthy digestion, and ensure your well-meaning choice of porridge aligns with your wellness goals. If you're still viewing this presentation and finding these insights helpful, please write number 1 below to let me know you're still with me. Thank you for your precious time. Mistake number 2, piling on excessive sweetener in porridge. Adding a hint of sweetness to porridge may seem like a safe way to make this nutritious breakfast more enjoyable. A splash of honey, a dusting of brown sweetener, or a swirl of maple nectar can turn a plain bowl of grains into a comforting delight. However, loading up with too much sweetener can undermine the wellness benefits of porridge, transforming a nutrient-rich meal into something closer to a treat. For individuals over 70, this practice can have especially severe outcomes as high sweetener intake is tied to chronic irritation, blood vessel harm, insulin resistance, and a heightened risk of serious ailments like type 2 diabetes and certain malignancies, particularly in organs like the pancreas and colon. Porridge naturally holds complex carbohydrates, which break down into glucose during digestion, offering a steady energy source. Yet, when you add ample amounts of refined sweeteners, you create a perfect storm for a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. This sudden surge forces the pancreas to release a flood of insulin to manage blood sugar, placing notable stress on the body. Over time, frequent sweetener spikes can lead to insulin resistance, a state where cells become less responsive to insulin, paving the way for type 2 diabetes. Beyond diabetes, excessive sweetener intake contributes to oxidative strain, a process that generates free radicals and harm cells at the molecular level. This oxidative harm is linked to chronic irritation, cardiovascular problems, and even cellular changes that may raise cancer risk. For older adults whose systems are already more susceptible to these processes, overloading porridge with sweetener can quietly erode wellness with every morning bowl. The frustration is that porridge is often picked as a healthy breakfast choice, yet adding too much sweetener can sabotage those good intentions. Take Gloria, a 72-year-old grandmother who began each day with a generous bowl of porridge sweetened with several spoonfuls of brown sweetener and a splash of flavored coffee creamer. She believed she was making a heart-healthy choice, but by mid-morning, she consistently felt sluggish, and her doctor noted worrying trends in her blood sugar levels during routine checkups. After learning about the impact of added sweeteners, Gloria consciously rethought her approach. She swapped processed sweeteners for natural options like sliced bananas, fresh berries, and a pinch of cinnamon. Within weeks, her energy became more consistent, and follow-up blood tests showed better glucose control, highlighting the power of this simple shift. To enjoy porridge without the wellness risks of excessive sweetener, focus on natural, low-glycemic flavor enhancers. Fresh fruits like berries, sliced apples, or bananas add sweetness along with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support overall wellness. Spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, or vanilla extract can boost flavor without raising blood sugar. Avoid pre-sweetened instant porridge packets, which are often packed with added sweeteners, artificial flavors, and preservatives that reduce the nutritional value of grains. If you crave a touch of sweetness, use a small amount of natural sweeteners like a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup, and pair it with protein-rich toppings like nuts or Greek yogurt to slow sugar absorption and stabilize blood glucose. By making these mindful choices, you can preserve the wellness benefits of porridge, maintain steady energy, and protect your long-term well-being. Mistake number 3. Cooking porridge at overly high temperatures. Preparing a bowl of porridge might seem like one of the most manageable tasks in the kitchen. Bring water or milk to a boil, add your grains, and let them simmer until they reach a soft, creamy texture. However, many people unintentionally compromise the nutritional value of their grains by cooking them at excessively high temperatures, whether on the stovetop or in the microwave. This frequent mistake often comes from a desire to save time by speeding up the cooking process. Unfortunately, this approach not only affects the texture and flavor of the porridge but also reduces its wellness benefits and may introduce unintended health risks due to chemical changes in the grains caused by extreme heat. When grains are exposed to intense heat, such as a high stovetop flame or full power in the microwave, particularly with insufficient liquid, they undergo a chemical change known as the Maillard reaction. This reaction happens when the natural sugars and amino acids in grains interact under high temperatures, leading to the characteristic browning and flavor development seen in many cooked foods. While the Maillard reaction can enhance the taste of certain dishes, excessive heat can push it too far, resulting in the creation of advanced glycation end products. Ages. These compounds are tied to various health concerns, including chronic irritation, a known contributor to serious ailments like cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and even malignant cell growth. Furthermore, ages can speed up the breakdown of collagen and elastin in the skin and joints, leading to early aging, reduced skin elasticity, and joint stiffness over time. Even if the porridge doesn't appear burnt or overcooked, cooking it at overly high temperatures can still produce these invisible, harmful compounds, undermining the wholesome, heart-healthy benefits that grains are known for, such as their high fiber content, beta-glucans, and vital nutrients like magnesium and iron. Consider Ron, a 68-year-old retiree who valued his efficient morning routine. For over a decade, Ron prepared his porridge in the microwave, cooking it on high power for less than 2 minutes to save time. He believed he was making a health-aware choice by starting his day with grains, a food praised for its cholesterol-lowering fiber and nutrient density. However, during a routine medical checkup, his doctor flagged elevated irritation markers in his blood work, along with early signs of joint stiffness, raising concerns given his age and otherwise active lifestyle. After a detailed talk about his diet and cooking habits, Ron's doctor suggested that his high-heat microwave method might be contributing to AGE formation, potentially worsening his irritation and joint issues. Following this advice, Ron switched to cooking his porridge on the stovetop over low to medium heat, using ample water or milk to keep the grains hydrated and stirring occasionally to ensure even cooking. Within weeks, Ron noticed notable improvements. His porridge had a smoother, creamier texture and a richer, nuttier flavor, and his irritation markers began to stabilize. His joint discomfort also lessened, allowing him to move more comfortably during his daily walks. This simple shift transformed his morning bowl of grains into a truly wholesome meal that supported his long-term health and vitality. To avoid this common mistake, always cook your porridge at a gentle, controlled temperature to preserve its nutritional value. On the stovetop, use low to medium heat and maintain a sufficient liquid-to-grains ratio, typically 2:1 for rolled grains, e.g., 2 cups of water or milk to 1 cup of grains, and slightly higher, around 2.5:1, for steel-cut grains, which need longer cooking times. Stir the grains occasionally to prevent sticking to the pot and ensure even heat distribution. If you prefer the convenience of a microwave, reduce the power setting to 50 to 70% to avoid overheating and extend the cooking time slightly to allow the grains to cook gradually. For added flavor and nutrition, consider adding ingredients like a pinch of salt or a splash of vanilla extract during cooking. These minor tweaks can help you avoid the creation of harmful compounds while maximizing the wellness benefits of grains, ensuring your breakfast remains a wholesome, heart-healthy start to your day. If you're still viewing this presentation and finding these insights helpful, please write number 1 below to let me know you're still with me. Thank you for your precious time. Mistake number 4. Sweetening porridge with synthetic sweeteners. To make healthier dietary choices, many people opt to sweeten their porridge with synthetic sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, or sucralose, believing these calorie-free options are more innovative than sugar for managing weight or blood sugar levels. While this choice may seem practical, especially for those monitoring calorie intake or managing conditions like diabetes, the regular use of synthetic sweeteners in porridge can have unforeseen consequences for long-term wellness. Unlike natural sweeteners like honey, maple nectar, or fresh fruit, synthetic sweeteners offer no nutritional value. They may disrupt the body's natural processes, particularly when combined with the heat of freshly cooked porridge or the acidic environment of the digestive. Emerging research has raised concerns about the impact of synthetic sweeteners on the gut microbiome, the complex community of trillions of beneficial bacteria that live in the digestive tract and play a vital role in digestion, immune function, mental health, and overall well-being. Synthetic sweeteners, which are chemically distinct from natural sugars, can disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria, reducing populations of beneficial microbes and promoting the growth of less favorable ones. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, is linked to chronic irritation, a condition tied to an increased risk of serious health issues, including cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and certain malignancies. Additionally, When synthetic sweeteners are stirred into hot porridge or exposed to the stomach's acidic environment, they may break down into chemical byproducts that could pose further risks. Over years of consistent use, these compounds may build up in the body, potentially contributing to long-term health challenges that are hard to trace back to their source, leaving individuals unaware of the link between their sweetener choice and their symptoms. Take Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother who had been carefully managing her diet for years to stay healthy and active. For over a decade, Linda sweetened her daily bowl of porridge with a packet of synthetic sweetener, convinced that avoiding sugar was a health-aware decision. Despite her efforts, she began facing persistent bloating, irregular digestion, and unexplained tiredness, and routine blood tests revealed elevated irritation markers, alarming her healthcare provider. Concerned about these symptoms, Linda consulted a nutritionist who reviewed her dietary habits and suggested that her reliance on synthetic sweeteners might be disrupting her gut microbiome, contributing to her irritation and digestive issues. Following the nutritionist's advice, Linda switched to natural sweeteners like a handful of fresh bee. To sweeten your porridge without compromising your wellness, choose natural options that complement the nutritional profile of grains and support your body's natural processes. Fresh or frozen berries like blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries add sweetness along with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber that promote heart health and digestion. Sliced bananas or chopped apples provide natural sugars and additional nutrients like potassium and vitamin C. For those who prefer a liquid sweetener, a small amount of pure honey or maple nectar, ideally no more than a teaspoon or two, can enhance flavor while offering trace minerals and antioxidants. Spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, or cardamom can elevate the taste of porridge without adding calories and provide anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits of their own. For an extra nutritional boost, consider adding a tablespoon of ground flax seeds or chia seeds, which contribute omega-3 fatty acids and fiber. By treating your porridge as an opportunity to nourish your body with wholesome, nutrient-dense ingredients, you can transform this simple dish into a powerful tool for supporting digestion, reducing irritation, and promoting long-term health and vitality. Thank you for joining us today on this enlightening journey into making your porridge truly healthy. Sometimes, the most significant impact comes from the most minor tweaks in how we prepare, store, and savor our food. Porridge can be a potent ally for your wellness, but only when you sidestep those hidden traps we've revealed. What's one insight you've gained today that surprised you? Maybe it's avoiding the microwave, skipping warming, cutting back on sweeteners, cooking on low heat, or ditching synthetic sweeteners. Share it with us. Drop a comment below with one key takeaway you're ready to apply in your life. Your thoughts inspire us and others in this community. If you enjoy this presentation, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and